be learning some more Solidworks. Today's lesson, I'm going to be teaching you about using the Revolve tool, as well as using cylinders and extrusions. But first, what we're going to do is we're just going to do a quick recap on what we done the last day. So first thing we're going to do when we open up Solidworks is we're going to open a new page. So we click the page icon, click new part, hit OK. First thing we'll do when we're in our new page is we check our units. So to do that, go into this corner again, check to make sure it's MMGS, or we can go up to the little cog, hit S, document properties, units, MMGS, OK. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to click sketch. We're going to choose the top plane. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do our little center line across the origin. Straight up, making sure we're looking for the little yellow box, and straight to the side. Now when with that done, we're going to use a rectangle tool, and we're going to draw a little square. Click green tick. Using Smart Dimension, we're going to set both sides to 20. So you just type 20 in and hit the green tick. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to extrude it. To do that, we're going to hit the features button, extrude boss base, and it brings us this view, and we go to the depth box and we type in 20. And then we hit the green tick. Now we have our first cube, we're going to make a little cut out of it. So we go to this top face, click on it, click sketch, and we're going to take the line tool, and we're going to draw a little smaller box in the corner. We're going to hit Smart Dimension, and we're going to make each of these lines 5 millimeters. Now, when we've done that, we're going to hit Features, we're going to hit Extrude Cut, and we're just going to look at the side. So remember the last day I said, yes, we know half of 20 is 10, but sometimes it's not as easy, so we're going to use a little formula. We're going to type in 20. We're going to hit the divided sign, which is a slash when you're talking about formula on computer, and we're going to hit 2. And then we hit enter, and then we click OK. Once with this, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the little globe to apply a look to it. We're going to hit appearances, and we're going to choose a nice plastic finish. What color we're going to choose? We're going to go for high gloss, and let's choose red. There you go. With that, so now what we're going to do is we're going to save it. Save it. We go File, Save As, and then we just choose wherever we're going to save it. So we're going to call it Cube 2. So that's what we covered the last day. So in a minute, I'm going to talk to you about what we're covering. So this is the shape we're going to be making today. It's a bit like a set of weights. I'm going to show you 2 ways of making it. The first way, we're going to be drawing circles and using extrusions. And the second way, which is a bit more difficult, but not that difficult, is we're going to be using a Revolve tool to create this shape. We're going to be using circles and extrusions to do this. First, we'll start like usual with a blank Solidworks page. So what we're going to do is we're going to open a new part. Up here, click part, hit OK. We're going to check our units. Yes, we're right there. And we'll just check it the other way, double check. Document properties, units. Yep, we're all right that way. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to click sketch. We're going to hit sketch again, and we're going to choose our top plane. What do we do next? We do our little shape with our center lines over our origin. Straight up, looking for the yellow box. Straight out to the side, looking for our yellow box again. When we have that, what we can now do is we can use this new sketch tool, which is the circle. I haven't used it yet. So you just click on the circle, and we'll make sure it's on just the normal circle, not the perma circle, just the normal one. And we go to the middle of our origin, not little dot, and we just draw a circle. So we click, and then click again. And then we can hit the tick, and we can use the smart dimension, and we're going to make this circle 10 millimeters. So when we do this, that sets your diameter, which is the width of the circle from edge to edge. When we have that done, what we're going to do is we're going to extrude it. Remember, go into our features and extrude boss base, and we're going to extrude it by 5 millimeters. So we type 5 into our depth, and we hit enter, and then we click the little tick. It doesn't look like. There we go. Sometimes it just struggles a wee bit with it. It's nothing to worry about if it does. So now we have this, we're going to make our next circle. So we look at face on, and we're going to click sketch again, and we're going to click sketch. So we're going to draw another circle in the center of this circle. Now to do that, we choose circle, and we go straight to the center, and when you're at the center, there'll be the little orange dot. So we click that, and we go all the way out again and draw another circle. And this circle is going to have a diameter of 4. So we click smart dimension, we click on the circle, we go out to the side, and we type in 4, and then we click the little green tick. There we go. Those go through our second smaller circle. What we can do now is we can extrude that circle. So we go to features, extrude boss base, and we're going to extrude this one by 15. So we go to our depth tool, and we type in 15, and then we click the little tick, and then we click it again. Now that we have that, we have to draw another circle on top of this one. So we're going to click the face, we're going to look at it straight on. So remember to do that there, use spacebar. And what we're going to do is we're going to click sketch again, and we're going to click on the circle. So we click the circle, we'll go to the center again. So remember, it's at the center when you have that little orange dot up here. And we're going to go all the way out, and we're going to give this circle a diameter of 10. Once you've used smart dimension, click on the circle, type in 10. Remember to hit the tick, 10. Then we're going to features, extrude boss base, and we're going to make this one 5 again. So type 5 into the depth box down here, and then click the tick. There we go. We have our shape done using circles and extrusions. Now it's time to try it with our second option. Now this option uses the Revolve tool. As I say, it's a little bit more difficult, but it's not too difficult. So we start with our blank screen again. First thing we do, open a new document, new part, OK. We double check our units down in this corner, yes, and we'll just check it again this way to be safe. Document properties, units, and yes, we're right there. So this way, you need to think about it a little different. The last time we were thinking about diameters, which is the total width of a circle. This way you think about the radius, which is half the width of the circle. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to click sketch. And this time, we're not going to use the top plane. We're going to use the front plane because it's going to make it side on first instead of top down. That'll make a bit more sense when you see in a minute. So we click on our front plane, and just like usual, first thing we do, center line, straight up, making sure we have the little green or the little yellow box, and straight out to the side with the little box. So what are we going to do next? I hear you say, well, we're going to use a rectangle. I know you're probably thinking that's mad because we're making something that's round, but just go with me and we'll see what happens. So we're going to draw a little box down in this corner first. And if the last one had a diameter of 10, we're going to give this one a radius of 5. Now, I know we know that just by dividing by 2, but as I say in the last video, sometimes it's not as easy as that. So just like before, we can use our smart dimension tool and we can click on this circle on this bottom edge, which is going to become a circle in a little while, but it's not a circle yet. And we're going to type 10. We're going to use the divided sign, which remembers the backslash, and we're going to say divided by 2. So this is going to give us our radius of what will become our circle later. And that first bottom part of the weight had a height of 5. So we're going to click this little line here, and we're going to set this to 5. And you're definitely wondering now, how on earth are we going to make this a circle? But we're not ready yet. First, we need to trace the whole shape. So the next step is, what we're going to do is we're going to draw another little box. We're going to draw another little box here. And what we're going to do is we're going to smart dimension that little box. It was 15 millimeters tall. So we're going to change this line to be 15 using smart dimension. So remember, smart dimension, click on the line and type in 15, then the little green tick. And it had a diameter of, if anyone remembers, 4. Now, if we're changing a diameter of 4 to a radius, what do? We just divide by 2, don't we? So we're just going to use our calculation again. It's good to get practice of using this because something becomes handy later on. So what we're going to type in is we're going to type 4. Remember the little divided sign? 2. And we're going to tick the green tick. Now, we're almost done. We're going to draw another box on top of these boxes. So we're going to go for this corner, we're going to go straight up and straight to the side. And just like the bottom box, it was a diameter of 10. So I'm going to change this to have a radius of 5. But I'm going to do that by typing 10 divided by 2. And it also had a height of 5, didn't it? So we're just going to set this one to be 5. So now there's something, it's optional. I like to do it because it makes things a lot tidier later on. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these lines in the middle. So this is very easy. All you need to do is see this button here that says trim entities. You click on that. And I like using trim to closest. These are all the different options for it. This is the one I find easiest, but some people like using power trim. It's completely up to you. So what we do is when we have clicked trim entities and we've chose trim to closest, I'm going to zoom in to the line that I want to get rid of. And that's this line here. And basically what it does was when you click it, it gets rid of the 2 lines that are overlapping to make this one shape instead of 2. So I'm going to do that again on this bottom square. So if you watch, there's 1 line gone, there's 2 line gone, and now we've got one whole shape. And when we've that done, what we're going to do is click the tick. Now I hear you saying, Mr. Mulholland, how are we going to turn that into a circle shape? How are we going to make that round? It's only a load of squares. Simple, really easy. What we're going to do is we're going to click features and see this tool here, Revolve Boss Base. We're going to click that tool. And what that's going to do is that it's going to take this shape and it's going to rotate it around an axis. So we need to choose our axis of revolutions. You see this? And this is basically just the point at which you want to turn the whole shape around. If you want to make it 3D around. So in this case, that would be this line here. You see it? Just that little line there. So when you click on it, and you make sure this box is set to 360 degrees and it's set to blind in this box. And then you tick it, and now you have your little barbell shape. And I hear you asking, Mr. Mulholland, the other way is so much easier. Why do we want to do it like this? Well, if we look, our feature tree this time only has one feature in it, and this, I'll go back a wee bit, and I was explaining that having this as one feature instead of three, like in the other way, is so much easier if you make a mistake and you need to fix it later, because it means you only have to look at one side to fix the mistake. So, for example, if I want to change the length of this top sphere, or this top cylinder, what I would do is I would go and I would choose Revolve, and I would click the little drop down menu. I would click on Sketch, and when I've clicked Sketch here, I need to go up to the top and click Sketch up here again, and that brings me back here. And if I want to make this 10 millimeters instead of 5, all I need to do is double click on this line and type in 10, and then hit the little green tick. And when I've done that, there's a little icon up here beside the red X, and if we click that, it should update the whole sketch. And now you see that there is longer than what it was before, so we know it's 10 millimeters. Thank you for watching.